enjoy myself out of the market in place menu hall. Come here, everyone.
Bugjam 1990. VW enthusiasts from all over the UK and Europe gather at Santipod Raceway, Bedfordshire for the biggest event of the VW calendar. This is the 4th annual running of the meeting, attracting a record crowd for a weekend of Volkswagen off-road racing, drag racing, show cars, demonstration cars and fun and games. From the serious race cars of the VW DRC to the daily driver, owners take advantage of special sessions to drive their own cars on the quarter-mile drag strip, the Run What You Brung.
Get ready for a shot.
The owners of the cars you see here have completed the formalities of presenting their driving licence to the signing-on booth. The cars have had an experienced eye cast over them by the track safety officials, and the drivers can now race the cars that they drove to the event against all comers and collect a speeding ticket, which for once they can be proud of, getting a commemorative timing slip indicating the times and speeds that they achieved on the quarter mile. A popular contestant in the Run What You Brung at Bugjam 90 was this VW-powered Fiat 500. Sad to say, he never did quite manage to overcome the red Audi.
You weren't trying hard enough, were you?
A regular feature of previous Bugjams have been demonstration vehicles, including this year Andy Carter in the Jim Whelan-sponsored Ford Pop. Andy's about to take a ride he won't forget for a while. Neither Andy or Jim, who's seen staging the car at the moment, could possibly have imagined what was about to follow.
On that run, I got off the line okay, and about half track it started twitching, and the car went through that, and then it come on another twitch at the top end, but the car was going a bit too fast and it just got completely out of shape, and I lost control of it really. But it's just a shame, you know, it's a good car. It's a lot of work and time, you know, gone down the drain again.
shark.
Yeah, myself and a guy called Steve White actually put it together. Started off with a basic Wizard Roadster kit. Did all the aluminium, milled it, all the hand mill running boards and all the aluminium parts in the engine. Lots of ideas. I'm a graphic designer, hence the graphics on it. Followed the theme through. And it took Europe's most beautiful VW at Bug Jam last year. Won overall at Action, at Stoner, had a couple of other drag race meetings. Best paint at a couple, best interior at a couple, 15 trophies in all, so well pleased. It actually took me 18 months of evenings and weekends, and it also cost me a divorce.
Both VW engines. That's a 13, that's a 15. The bumpers are single blade early type, with the top edge being formed to follow the contours of the car, welded on and filled. The back one is the same, except their actual lenses have been handmade to fit in the slots that have been put in there, so there's no lights on the actual wings at all. The rear targa script has been panelled over using 16 gauge steel, and then the targa script is hand cut from that. The lilac one's been kept pretty subtle all round, isn't it? There hasn't been any body mods as such. Been kept. Oh, the splatter, well, we did it last year, the splatter effects on a car called Billabug that we did with a surfwear interior, and you'll see quite a few this year copied it, so we've done it again. We started the trend off and everyone else is copying it, which is what normally happens.
Yeah, we've got mid-engine Beetle here. You can see by the floor pan, you can stick in Rover V8 as this one is, this Rover V8 mid-engine. You can have a Ford Pinto engine in it, Fiat Twin Cam, small block Ford V6, you name it. You can have Renault transaxle, 5-speed, 4-speed automatic. You can have Porsche transaxle, just whatever you want basically. All hooks up, independent suspension, discs all round. Sky's the limit. You can go from anything from about 100 brake horsepower up to about 400 brake horsepower, just what you want, you know. Caters for Cal looks, caters for Bajas. You can have it down in the grass, you can up in the air, just whatever you want. Standard Beetle body fits straight on, and that's about it. It's dead simple. It's a couple of weekends work, just swapping all the bits over, and away you go.
Basically, it's a Type 4 VW displacing a 1911cc. It's got a home-built Shorrock supercharger kit on it. It's taken me about 7 years to build the car in total. Started in 1982 building the engine, originally for a Beetle, and then the engine began to outgrow the car that I'd intended it for, so the sensible thing seemed to be to build a chassis around the engine that could take the power, and then find a fiberglass kit car that I have done to actually be aerodynamic enough for it to be a good drag car. As I say, it's all home built. We've got a Predator 6000 carburettor on there at the moment. This is about the third time out for the car this year, so we're still gradually trying to get more and more horsepower out of it. It's running fairly consistently today, but a bit slow because of the headwind, of course. But we're planning to put a nitrous kit on in the next couple of meetings, maybe in the next 2 months, and then over the winter put a turbocharger kit on as well. So at the moment we're only running at about 10 pounds of boost, and by this time next year we'll maybe be up to 15, 20 pounds of boost, with of course the nitrous. But it seems sensible to try and do a little bit at a time, get used to the engine as you gradually increase the power until everything works out all right.
Volkswagen drag racing in the UK is organised by the VWDRC, or Volkswagen Drag Racing Club. The first class that we take a look at is the street class here with Dave Mingay. Dave doing a practice launch there in the pit side lane. And Mark Humphries in the spectator lane. Both of these drivers now vying for a place in the semi-finals. This is the first quarter-final round. A little safety check from IHRA official. And a practice launch there. Cars rolling into stage. And on the green, it looks like Mark Humphries is going to win this one all the way from Dave Mingay. Dave fighting back at the top end, but doesn't look like he's going to be anywhere near Mark when it counts. So Mark Humphries takes the win there, 16.59 seconds through to the semi-final. Next two cars preparing for their quarter-final run. This is Joe Mills here and Adrian Horton in the pit side lane. All vehicles in this class run a handicap form of racing so that they don't actually get the green light at the same time. This is to enable very tight, close racing at the top end. Like Adrian's race so far, but Joe's still fighting hard. As you can see with handicap racing, the idea is that the cars are, in theory at least, are very, very close at the top end. The winner that time was Joe Mills, 18.1 seconds. So Joe takes his place alongside Mark Humphries in that first semi-final in the street class. In the third quarter-final, David Pickles against Peter Dickinson of Volkswagen magazine. With Dave just going into stage there. Peter was a winner of the street class in the VWDRC last year. Both cars staged. And a green light for the Gulf, and Dave Pickles now got to chase hard, getting the green light fractionally after Peter Dickinson. And the power advantage of the Beetle at the top end, not quite enough. Quarter-final winner Peter Dickinson, 18.62 seconds. So he books his place in the semi-final. He'll be racing either Harold Legg or Travis Lawton, depending on the outcome of this, the last of the quarter-final rounds. Here goes Harold. Travis got a lot of catching up to do. Again, another tight finish, but on the line, Travis Lawton just takes the win. Travis Lawton, 16.27 seconds. So it's Peter Dickinson and Travis Lawton in the second semi-final. So it's on to the first of the semi-finals in the street class. Both these drivers are eager to book their place in the Bug Jam final. Mark Humphries in the spectator lane, Joe Mills in the pit lane. Joe Mills gets the handicap start, of course. Mark Humphries chasing him hard at this stage. Just managing to overcome at the top end. Mark Humphries 16.42 seconds, books his place in the final. Second semi-final, Peter Dickinson in the URO sponsored Golf. And Travis Lawton. Two water-cooled cars in this semi-final. Slower car of Peter Dickinson gets the start. Travis this time doing the chasing.
16.29 over. A couple of seconds quicker. Playing for the Pete Dixon. They're steering
Putting the power on at mid-track.
Travis charging hard towards the top end. Looks like
And a good win for Travis Lawton, who meets Mark Humphries now in the final of this street class. Travis Lawton 16.24 seconds. And on to the final, Mark Humphries and Travis Lawton. Practice launch for Mark. All these cars, of course, perfectly street legal, driven to the event. Mark Humphries then taking the win in the first of our finals at Bug Jam 90. Mark Humphries 16.16 seconds.
Get ready for a shot.
The large lungs.
equal second. First of all, Helen Murray. That's the one behind the area. Second equal second, because I'm going to make some sense, is Sam Meacham. And the winner in 1990, Miss Bug Jam, is Debbie Olsen. Give her a round of applause. Yeah.
sunglasses, they're viewing. All the new t-shirts for this year.
That's right, I'm doing it for stuff. The whites work out 25, the crowns are 35. Just plus about, should have them in stock in about 2 weeks. Got a mail order service, £10 plus about anywhere in the UK. Pay by credit card or cheque. Yep, certainly. Cheers.
Rather not. Rather not.
I'd rather not.
Now the first time you ever use fur, you apply it neat with a damp cloth, which you wipe it over the vehicle, leave it on there for at least 10 to 15 minutes. That will allow it to chemically bond itself onto your paintwork. Get ready for a shot.
Now it's back to racing with some more of the street legal weekend warriors. All these cars, of course, taxed, MOT'd road vehicles. The car of Malcolm Palmer in the pit lane. So Malcolm goes through on his bye run. All he had to do, of course, was to complete the quarter mile for his place in the semi-final. John Brewster now, who's dominated this class for a couple of years. Street Lethal, the quickest street legal Volkswagen in the country. Against Paul Fairhurst, who's not too far behind. Both very quick cars here. John, lots of catching up to do. He's charging hard, charging towards the top end. John Brewster goes through to the quarter-final. 13.09 seconds. John Brewster versus Malcolm Palmer in the first semi-final. Gary Angel in their next quarter-final against Paul Sutton. Both drivers preparing to bring their cars to the line. Beautifully prepared car of Gary Angel. A man with but one thought on his mind at the moment, that's getting to the finish line first. Never mind, Gary, there's always next time. Paul Sutton then goes through 15.23 seconds. And Jim Bowen for the last of the quarterfinals. Another hard-running car, Jim Bowen, Beetlejuice. Mike Crossman there in the Mike's Garage prepared car. So the familiar handicap start. Mike leaves the line, Jim chasing hard. Mike looks like he's having it all his way this time. Mike Crossman takes the win, 15.89 seconds for his place in the semi-final, where he'll meet Paul Sutton. So on to the semi-finals. John Brewster here, Street Lethal car, sponsored by Alta Cavan. Malcolm Palmer in the spectator lane. Lots of catching up to do for John. Not a hard charge from the super consistent John Brewster. John takes the win there. 13.12 seconds for his place in the final round. Mike Crossman once again, looking for his place in the final. So it's just Paul Sutton between Mike Crossman and a place in the final. Both cars into stage. Paul Sutton doing the chasing this time. Quite a handicap to overcome. Mike Crossman takes the win. Mike Crossman 15.6 seconds for his place against John Brewster in the final. John, the hardest man to beat in the Super Street class. John Brewster, 13.14 seconds to take the win in Super Street.
What
for a shot.
A regular feature of Bug Jam from the very first event, the off-road racing vehicles of the National Off-Road Association. All Volkswagen running gear, Volkswagen engines, racing around a purpose-built track at Centerpod Raceway. Track's been developed over the years, the jumps are higher, cars get faster. Off-road racing has always managed to provide a thrilling spectacle at Bug Jam. Purpose-built off-road course at Centerpod Raceway is being developed each year. Jumps get higher, the cars get faster.
Get ready for a shot.
Well, the car is imported from the States a year and a half ago. Basically, it was raced as a pure race car in the States for the last 9 years. It's a 1957 all original oval. Every panel on it is all steel, it's all original, and we're basically one of the heaviest weighted modified cars running today. Our times so far this year have been down to 11.3s, 128 miles an hour. Today, it's going to be about a second faster.
Mark Osborne then already through to his semi-final place on a bye run. And he will be meeting either Fabrice Lefebvre from Dijon in the car concept car, or Paul Miller in the microjump car. Paul Miller gets the green light first. Fabrice has lots of hard chasing to do. Putting on the power now. But Paul Miller holds off Fabrice Lefebvre. Paul Miller going through 15.7 seconds. He'll be meeting Mark Osborne in the semi-final. Porsche 356 Speedster replica of Paul Hughes against a Nova kit car of Mark Fairhurst. Problems with the Speedster, then the Nova goes through. Mark Fairhurst, 15.16 seconds. So Mark will meet the winner of this pairing, Terry Speedwell Services versus James Calvert. Moody venting the nitrous oxide system. And a problem there with Moody, managed to roll forward and put a red light, so James Calvert goes through. An uncharacteristic error for Luke Theochari then in the Terry Speedwell Services car. That's James Calvert through to the semi-final. And the first semi-final now, Mark Osborne and Paul Miller. So Paul Miller got to the line first, did all the hard work, but eliminated himself by running too fast. Mark Osborne goes through to the final. Second semi-final, Mark Fairhurst off the line. James Calvert got some chasing to do. James powering down the quarter mile, charging hard at the top end. Just manages to overcome the Nova. James Calvert, 12.71 seconds. So it's James Calvert and Mark Osborne in the final round of modified. Both cars in stage now, both rolling in stage. James still has the advantage from that handicap start. Mark is charging hard. Mark Osborne then takes the win in modified, 12.57 seconds.
Get ready for a shot.
So now it's time for the show and shine. Let's settle back and take a look at some of the beautifully prepared vehicles that showed up for Bog Jam 1990.
Music, music that they're planning to use. Okay, don't move. Come on. And ready for a shot.
Here's the first one of our prize winners in the top 10. It's the Mossy Blue Cow. Also, there is a trophy for him, and technically trying to sort that out. Love the sound system. So it's the best sound system at the 1990 Jam. I think it's well deserved from the race league. Oh, I've got a blast getting in there this time. Give us a blast. That car is absolutely gorgeous. Which most imaginative. Thank you. Well done. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. See you on TV, my man.
Ready for a shot.
Onto the quick 8, a slightly different form of racing here, where both cars leave the start line at exactly the same time. No handicap starts here. James Calvert versus Jim Bowen in the first round of the quick 8. Super Street car versus a modified car. That's the green. Good start from Jim Bowen. The power advantage of the modified telling this time. James Calvert charging on towards the top end. He goes through 14.01 seconds to take the win in the first quarter-final of the quick 8.
The 10.55 yesterday, the 10.7 something. Average, I think it's about 125 mile an hour. We're having real crawlers with the tyres, the rear tyres. We had on a rolling road, and it just literally destroyed the rear tyres. So we were hoping 9s this weekend, but we just can't transfer our power to the track. So we've actually had to sort of turn our horsepower down to see if it can hook up, and I don't know, we'll see how it goes, really.
Well, let's see if it can hook up. Beautiful car, Moody from Terry Speedwell Services. Two modifieds this time, side by side, green light at the same time. Hard launch from Moody. Bit of a twitch at mid-track, keeping the power on. And he goes through into the semi-final, 11.15 seconds. Next quarter-final in the quick 8. John Brewster. John paired against Bill Griffiths. Both street legal cars this time. Bill with his supercharged Volkswagen, John Brewster with his nitrous oxide injected car. And John Brewster takes the win. 13.02 seconds. Porsche 356 Speedster replica driven by Paul Hughes. And Gary Angel in the Bugbear car. Super Street against Modified. Good start from Gary. The power advantage of the Modified telling this time. Charging on at the top end. Paul Hughes goes through, takes the win, 11.88 seconds. So the first semi-final in Quick 8, James Calvert in the stateside car. He meets John Brewster in the Autocavan sponsored car. Super Street versus Modified. Hard launch from John Brewster. James Calvert in the Modified with all the catching up to do this time. John still charging hard. So John Brewster takes the win into the final in a street legal car. So John will meet either Luke Thiachari in the Terry Speedle Services car or Paul Hughes in the Street Style Speedster. Speedster has lots to do against Terry Speedle Services, the quickest car in Volkswagen drag racing. Hard launch from Terry's. Terry Speedle Services all the way into the final against John Brewster. 125 miles per hour, 10.55 seconds. So on to the final of the Quick 8. One Modified, one Super Street car. All the laws of logic say that Moody should win this one, but drag racing is unpredictable at the best of times. Slight advantage for John Brewster from the line. Moody seemed to recover and overcome that advantage, powering on now. So Terry Speedle Service take the win in the Quick 8, 10.7 seconds, 123 miles per hour. And the final run of Bug Jam 90. Colin Fellows in this jet-powered vehicle. Another of the demonstration cars of Bug Jam. Well capable of speeds in excess of 200 miles an hour for the quarter mile. Very, very difficult vehicle to stage. And Colin Fellows charging up the quarter mile. He goes through 7.62 seconds, 209 miles an hour. So Colin Fellows puts down the final quarter mile pass of Bug Jam 1990. The event will be remembered for traffic congestion in and out of the venue on a grand scale. But we hope that this video has shown you some of the better reasons to look forward to the 1991 Bug Jam.
I hope you've enjoyed it. Bug Jam 90 has been full of some good stuff.
Okay, what did you think of this weekend's racing?
Bloody good cars.
Yeah?
Very impressive. Showing about
I'm trying my best not to swear. Damn good cars.
Is that my T-shirt?
Yeah, the race has been brilliant. Yeah, really good.
Yeah, I've been here since Friday. It's been excellent.
Really good. Coming next year?
Absolutely, you bet. Get ready for a shot.